Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. Wanted to do a special video today. I've been doing this stuff for 8 years, which is pretty crazy to me. And I know that if you've been watching a lot of my videos recently, you know I've been talking a lot about it. So thank you, for dealing with that. But today is the day, and I can finally stop saying I've been doing this for 8 years because now I can actually say I've been doing it for 8 years. Um, Wow, what an incredible journey this has been. And it still continues to be. This is not me retiring by any stretch, but I think that I've been able to find a lot of perspective on doing YouTube as of recently. Um, with the advent of some YouTubers that I watch retiring and doing it for, however long they've been doing it for. And it kind of gives me a lot of good and bad feelings about YouTube and stuff, but I think the overall feeling is that like a lot of the times people feel really burnt out about doing YouTube, and I often feel like a lot of people don't understand the level of work that goes into doing YouTube, and whether you get paid to do it or not is besides the point. But I think the way that content is put out at just such an immeasurable amount of time. Like, I'm probably not the only person that is going to be releasing a video today, you know? So I have to compete with however many people post a video today. And I think it makes me appreciate the fan base that I've come to grow over these past 8 years. Many years prior to this, I used to be really concerned about how my numbers are, how I'm doing, how all this sort of stuff. And I mean, not to say that I'm not, because if a video pops off, I'm going to be really stoked about it. And if it doesn't, then I'm also fine about it too. But I think for me, it's like, I don't want it to ever feel like a chore. And it doesn't feel like a chore because I try to be able to live my life the way that I want to live it in my free time, but still have the ease of doing this and still love to do it. And I think when I feel like I don't want to do it anymore, I don't feel the love to do it anymore, is like the perfect time to just like say, hey, I'm throwing the towel in and it's all over. And thank you for the many years that I've been doing it for. But um, I've learned to have a healthy respect for doing anything. I think you always have to think about it in that way, like regardless of if you want to make YouTube videos or you're a musician or you're a streamer or you're a whatever you want to do, right? I think sometimes too much of a good thing can be bad, and you should feel like you can have other hobbies or do other things. I love to make music in my free time, but I don't often get the time to make music because I'm doing this. And that's not to say that I don't love doing this either, but there's other things that I want to be able to do that spread my creativity in a different way that isn't making content, right? And so I have tasked myself this year to release 2 songs of my own, original music. And I don't think that I would have had the gall to do that maybe a year or two ago. And now I feel like I love doing this, but I'm not as like critical of myself that like this has to get done or that has to get done. Like, I want to be able to put content out because I love doing it and because I want people to see it, but I don't want to feel like I have the pressure of just like doing everything because it's just not fair to me, right? And I appreciate all of the people that send me emails. I appreciate all the people that send me stuff, whether you're a part of a label or you're a part of a PR company. I really do appreciate everyone's time that sends me stuff because it's great, and I've had a great set of opportunities I've been able to do, and I still continue to get great opportunities, but it's a lot. Like, I mean, I get a lot of emails, and it's hard to kind of cipher through and try to pick out things that I really enjoy and really want to talk about. And sometimes that goes with things that I don't, I wouldn't talk about things that I wouldn't enjoy talking about. I'm only going to talk about the things that I like to talk about because I feel like that's important to me. And you can find other content creators that like to talk about things that they don't like. But for me, I've always loved to be able to do what I can for people that need the help or want it, right? Like that's my goal, and I'm hoping that I can signal boost people that really want to get to that next step. And obviously I am not the biggest channel, but I feel like over time I continue to grow, everything snowballs, and if I become a big content creator, cool, I'm down for that. But if not, that's also fine too, and I'm cool with that as well. um I just know that like things that I used to stress about when I was younger and doing this are just not stuff that I stress about anymore. I feel like I've become a little bit easier. I've been softened a little bit, which is great because I feel like it gives me a lot more freedom to just live out my life and do the things that I enjoy doing, but still be able to do this, which is a passion. I love doing this. I'm not gonna stop doing it. I hope to be continued. I hope to be making like a 16-year anniversary video or like a 20-year anniversary video. You know what I mean? Like those are things that I do hope for, and if I do get to those points, great. But I'm not gonna stress myself out and think that this has to be it, and this is the only thing is the only thing that's big in my life. But in the same course or the same phrase, I have to say that this has made probably the most substantial impact of my life. And I know I say that I feel like I've said it every year, but truly it does mean a lot. I didn't know what to do with my life 8 years ago. And I feel like a lot of people feel in that boat, and it's okay to feel that way because you're gonna eventually find out what you want to do or how you want to live your life or what gives you purpose or whatever. And to me, this is something that has given me purpose, something for me to live for, something for me to have a healthy respect for, and that's why I don't stop doing it, is because it's given me some of my best friends, I would say even family to me, like some of these people and you know who you are, that mean a lot to me. Like they truly are familial to me, and I love that, and I don't think I would have been able to get that if I didn't do this, right? And to me, that's like the best part about doing what I do, is just meeting people every day that love music and love to talk about it and are so invested in it. And whether it's like the K-pop stuff, whether it's the metal music, whether it's whatever I cover, right? Like people that are so invested in artistry has been amazing to see over 8 years of doing this. And I love that people come and try to check out my content and are are so enamored by like my passion for it. And I appreciate that immensely. I love when people comment that sort of stuff to me because it shows that like I'm not phoning it in. I'm not giving it, I'm not giving you something that I feel like is just half-assed. Like I would never want that, and that's not my character. But I want to be able to be just like immensely excited about it, stoked on it. Like that's to me is like one of the best feelings, and just being able to record it and being able to share that experience with someone else is like so cool. And I don't think I could undersell that in any way. But as well as that, I think this has changed my life, truly. And I say it a lot, but every time that I say it, I think it gives me a little bit more meaning or a little bit more push behind it, because I don't think that I would have been able to do half the things that I've been able to do if I didn't start doing YouTube. I look back at some of the videos that I've done. Every time February comes around, I go and watch some old videos of mine. But I was doing this in like my parents' basement. I had like a green screen hung up. There used to be these lights behind me that like showed, and then like I bought lights and like all of this crazy things. And like I remember I lived in like a studio apartment by myself, and I literally had my computer underneath my bed where I used to sleep. And then I had lived in an one bedroom apartment by myself, and I had like my own little corner. And like then I lived with other roommates, and I had my own office for that. And now I live on my own again, or I live with roommates, but I have my own room, and I've got it all decorated out now, and it's completely different. But all of these changes have been absolutely crazy and monumental to like the way that I have gone about life and the way that I continue to go about life. And I don't think that I really put it into perspective every year, but truly, I think this year is the year that I felt like, holy shit, like so much has changed, and so much is like, so much of my life has kind of like ebbed and flowed, but audio addiction has kind of remained the constant over all of these years, and I'm so grateful for it because it kind of give me that rock to lean on a little bit, especially in the really difficult times of my life, you know. And I'm so grateful again to the people that have shown me love, and if you show me hate, that's also fine too. I don't really care, you know. Respect is where, you know, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, that's your prerogative. Um, but yeah, I think it's just been an awesome opportunity, and I also think too, like this year is like I'm not stressing. I like to post the videos I like to post. I'm just gonna post them how I like to post them, and that's it, you know. And I'm also going to be able to live out some of the things that I enjoy doing. I love to make music, and I don't feel like I get an opportunity to do that too often. So this year I'm going to try to make my own music, post, you know, 2 songs this year, hopefully, and just like get that going, you know, because that's another part of creativity that I want to explore that I haven't been able to as much within probably the last like couple years. And so it's been really, really great to kind of delve back into that a little bit more and have that appreciation for it. But more recently, I've been doing a lot of introspective thinking on my life and the fact that I'm turning 31, and that's sick. I'm stoked I'm turning 31. I really thought about like some of the small things in my life, and I was gonna make this like really grandiose post, but I feel like making a video is like the more apropos way to go about it. But like I had this like running thought through my head over the past like month or two, and it was like sometimes I don't, and I'm paraphrasing because it's on my phone and I don't care to take it out, but like I'm kind of paraphrasing my own thoughts on this. But basically my thought was that like stop to think about some of the smallest things in your life, you know what I mean, and how much they have an impact on you. And like, not that I consider audio addiction to be a small factor of my life, because certainly 8 years is a long time, but it was crazy how much of a small thing it was at the beginning and how much has grown to something to be really proud of and really stoked on. And I don't think oftentimes I really put that into perspective, and it's not, I get to think about it more introspectively around this time when it turns whatever year it turns, you know. And I think for this year I was just like really, really proud of myself that I've been doing this for 8 years, you know, like, and I don't feel burnt out. Like to me, that is like the biggest achievement I can have, and that the channel is doing well. I mean, I like, again, I can't even put it into words, and I kind of get chills even talking about it, but like it really truly is a part of me now, and I love that. It's just been an incredible journey. And if you've been with me since the early years, thank you for sticking around. I feel like I've only become a little bit better over time, but I'm really appreciative of all the bands that helped me jumpstart this in some way. You know, I don't think I'll ever be able to repay you for the love that was given, you know, in those early years. But thank you. Thank you so much. If you are a new watcher and this is the first video you're watching, please go back and watch some of the old stuff. It's really great. I love it. I'm super proud of it. I'm grateful for anybody that checks out any of the videos that I do or leaves a comment, and you're what inspires me to continue to do this. As much as I love to do this, and this is going to be something I'll hopefully continue doing until 10 years, 15 years, maybe 20 years, you know, who knows. But thank you for continuing to allow me to do what I love to do, which is talk to people and share my love of music with other people. So it's been a blessing. It's been an honor, and I hope that I can be doing this for a much longer period of time. And if not, then it's been a good ride too. So thank you so much for watching this. If you do watching the whole thing, seriously, it's I don't, as much as I say thank you in all my videos, I don't think I could fully surmise my love for everyone that takes the time to watch my videos. So thank you so much. Here's to another 8 years, maybe. Who knows? But would love to see you along for the journey. So thank you for watching, and hope to catch you in the next video. Peace.